What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video on the channel. It's your boy Quick here, and we're back for some more Dragon Ball Legends content. But most importantly, we're back with some new thoughts, a little bit of a discussion video here, as we are looking towards the next drop for the Powerful Opponent campaign. I've already said multiple times that I like the campaign because it kind of reminds me of Dragon Ball FighterZ in a sense, with the season pass idea. With the format. And one thing that you're gonna see a lot of, it's been floating around for, I'd say, maybe 3 or 4 days now. I'm not like the first person to hop on this when it comes to a video, but I did want to talk about it myself, and that is the leak for a new Legends Limited cooler. I believe it's going to be a final form cooler. I don't know if it's gonna transform, or if he's gonna transform from like fourth form into the final. I don't know how many forms he goes to, but you know what I mean. If he's gonna be in that state before he turns into Pump Daddy C himself. But we have a lot to look forward to, I think, with this Powerful Opponent campaign. I like it, and I think that they should continue to do things like this, where they kind of like focus on a team, give characters that, you know, can be pretty useful, some that can perform as core characters, and then like a really, you know, cracked LF or Ultra Unit or whatever. I think that's exactly the road that they should take. Now, LOE is a team that Legends definitely kind of favors in a sense, along with Future, which is the most milked, no doubt about, and Powerful Opponent has been getting some good stuff. Or I'd like to mention Movies, which is a team that doesn't get buffs like every now and then, but when they get a buff, they get a crazy buff. That's one thing about Movies that I think we can all agree on here. When they get a buff, it's going to be an absurd buff. So we have here the Mecha Frieza banner. You guys already know about this banner. It's been out for about a week now, I'd say, and you know, I find it funny that they just put as an asterisk Mecha Frieza is not a tag Powerful Opponent character, which is kind of weird since he's on the campaign. But we have that. Another thing that was leaked is the Blue Slug. You guys, for the more like the older players, you know, the more OG like players, you guys already know about Slug, of course, and how good he was at the time of his release. I actually favored him. Like, he was my top 5 favorite characters on the game at the time, because something about Slug was just so good to me. Like, his damage was great. I used to run him with the yellow hit, and I don't remember who the third character was, but I used to run this yellow blue team setup, and Slug was just one of my favorites. I think it was with Cell, Perfect Cell, Slug, and then like Hit or something like that. His Psycho Pull, this card right here, I wonder what they're gonna do with the Zenkai, but I think it was a pretty good card. He had a 30% chance to take the opponent's Dragon Ball and add it to your own collection, kind of like the free-to-play Purple Goku, where he has the Dragon Ball stealing main ability thing, kind of like the same thing here. He gets, if your opponent has 1 or more Dragon Ball, he'll take 1 and gain 1. If not, then it'll have no effect. But it can also be used to chain into a strike, blast, special arts, or a special move. So I think that he's a cool character. He also had a 40% chance to inflict paralysis on hit, with a Q reduction by 40 on hit, and it had major explode damage. So I think Slug will be a nice little add, more so to Regen and Powerful Opponent than Sagas, because I don't see him replacing Gogeta. But I do think that as a fan of this character, as somebody who really loves playing this character at the time of its release, that this is a neat Zenkai, and Regen needs some help. So I definitely have no objection towards this Zenkai, and I think that this is a nice step, a good step for the team stepping forward. Now we have the Powerful Opponent tag open here. As you guys know, Powerful Opponent has some pretty good red options, being the droids. Abe Vegeta can be an option, Buhan can be an option, Bojack can still perform well, and then like this red cell, really he's only that good when you're running him on a red green setup with like Zamasu in black and then the droids. but he's still pretty decent. I'd say Merge Zamasu, but no, he definitely needs a plat at this point, and I think it's safe to say. So yeah, he definitely can use a plat right about now, the same way Jiren just got one, and Kid Buu. I think that Merge Zamasu sits under that category of please give me a plat, along with Rose, of course, and a couple of the characters. So we just got the blue meta cooler. He's not replacing Final Form Frieza. Obviously, if you have Revza, he will not be the replacement, but he's still a decent option, I think. I don't know how he performs with like a powerful opponent team, but I do know that on LOE that he can perform pretty well, and you know, he's good for that. So that's not a bad choice if you know are using him, if you have him. And I think that he can perform pretty solid. Nothing crazy. I think you're gonna need him at higher stars for him to really be doing something insane. But you know, for now, just 7 stars is really not anything too insane. And then LOE, obviously you guys already know. In the title, it already says it. LOE right now is in need of a new red character. You're looking at all the reds on LOE right here with the tag. Okay, let's go to tag, right? You got Final Form Frieza, you got Final Form Frieza, you got Metal Cooler, and you have Second Form Frieza. That's 4 characters on the color wheel for red for LOE. Now you guys are not blind. Obviously, if you're watching this video, you're able to see what I see, and majority of this thing, this big old list, all I'm seeing right now is blue. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blue characters under the tag LOE. You got a lot of yellow characters as well. What is that like? You got 5 right here, 6, 7 reds, a couple purples, but you can really see a pattern here with purple and blue and yellow. Those are really the colors that LOE focuses on. Even with the New Year's free-to-play Frieza, who was actually really nutty. I saw a lot of Gogeta one-shots when he came out. He was pretty good. I liked this first one Frieza. But the last time we got a red for LOE was this guy. And don't get me wrong, if you had Broly and Gogeta at the time of their release at like 2 stars, and you had this guy like 6 stars, you won. Like, this guy out of the bunch was the best, I think. In my opinion, he was better than Gogeta and Broly. He was so underlooked, and I just wish that he was still able to kind of perform on that level. He's still usable, but I mean, he's just not really on the level of these newer characters. Power creep is a thing, and that's kind of what happened to this Frieza. He came out, let's take a look for the exact date, because I mean, really, it's been some time. 2020, okay, 2020, December 22nd is when this Frieza had released. And so, you know, we're closing in on 2 years since this guy's release. It's finally time for us to get a new red LF for the team. It doesn't even have to be an LF in my opinion, but just a really powerful character. And I think that with this cooler, there's no way to mess this up. If this cooler is not red, I'm going to lose it, man. You're gonna see me rant for like 30 minutes asking what's going on here, what are they thinking, and things like that. But other than that, I hope that Bardock returns. He literally came out once at the beginning of the year on the 18th of January, and ever since then they just don't care about Bardock. It's so sad. The story of Bardock is so sad here. LF Piccolo got a Zenkai in less than a year, and he was on a couple banners, I think, maybe like 2 or 3 when he had dropped before he got the Zenkai, I think in like 9 months time. Bardock might get a Zenkai for all we know, because they might repeat it with what they did with Piccolo. Who knows? I hope they don't give him a Zenkai. Honestly, he needs a plat. I think a plat should be more than enough for the character, but there's no reason for him to be so disrespected by the devs, because he's only literally came out once. Now, the last thing I kind of want to look at is this, our boy Luca Dokkan. As you guys know, we have 5 characters to receive on the campaign. Now this guy pointed out, DBR_XE, that the powerful opponent campaign is still until the 19th, which he is absolutely correct about. But I mean, he put October. I think he meant to put September. I don't know what's going on here. But yeah, this campaign is, by this, you know, list, missing 1 character, unless Slug is going to actually fill in that 5th spot. it would make sense if they did that, like 2 all-star characters, a free-to-play, an LF, and a Zenkai. I think that's exactly what the campaign should consist of, and I think that that's a good kind of place to kind of leave the campaign at, especially for people that are trying to save CC. Saving CC kind of can be tough if we're just gonna get 5 summonable characters or 4 summonable characters. I think having 2 or 3 summonable characters, a free-to-play and a Zenkai, obviously that you can get for free with the events and, you know, playing and doing your missions for the 2 weeks. That's a great way to kind of wrap up a campaign like this one, especially considering how recent and how often they might do these type of campaigns. We don't know how they plan on doing it. That's one thing. So I really do hope that it ends up being the type of thing where it isn't just too much crammed up in one little bunch. That's the last thing I think that we're gonna want. So I think we can go ahead and wrap it up there. My thoughts on LF Cooler, obviously I'm a huge fan. You guys already know that. LOE, I was maining the team at some point. Even now, I kind of feel like I still kind of main the team. But without a red unit, I kind of felt like shied away from the team because my main 3 lineup was always the same. It would be Revza with FF, Frieza, obviously LFFF, and then I'd have a first form LF Frieza, and then that's usually what I'd go with, and then I just like Zenkai boost to both of them, kind of. That's the team that I was running. So now that we kind of have options, I am pleased, and I'm looking forward to this character. I have 13,000 CC at the time of this recording, I believe. So I think we have a lot to look forward to. I'm gonna do what, 4 or 5 rotations, hopefully. Obviously, LOE is a team that I love and don't bother or won't mind spending a lot of CC for a banner on, but it really all depends on how busted this cooler is, because right now I'm still between like movies and LOE, so I don't want to spend everything on this banner. Hybrids is another team that I've really been getting myself into a bit, so when Beast Gohan drops, I hope to be able to pair him with like LF Trunks, characters like those. I hope he ages good, and overall we're just gonna have to see how it goes and what is to be expected. But that is going to do it for the video. If you guys enjoyed it, let me know in the comments down below. Let me know your thoughts on the leak of LF Cooler. I know it kind of takes away the hype of his animation sometimes, or not even that, it just takes away the hype in general because you already know what's coming to the game. The animations are always well captured by Legends. I think they always do a really good job with that. The card art's probably gonna look insane. You guys already know that. Legends and Dokkan, they go crazy for card art, and animations are always extremely good on Dokkan side and sometimes on Legends side. So I'm looking forward to what's up next for both Legends and Dokkan. Priorly, you know, Legends, since this is a Legends video that I'm kind of like focusing on here. But I think the animations for both LR Meta Cooler and LR Goku and Vegeta, along with this new LF Cooler for Legends, I think all 3 of them are going to be pretty exciting to look forward to, especially if you are, you know, one of these players for either Dokkan or Legends. You're gonna have a lot to look forward to. So thank you for watching. Like I said, let me know your thoughts down below. Continue to show that love and support. I really do appreciate it. If you enjoyed the video, do consider to subscribe to the channel. We just hit 3.1. Thank you for all the support. That was in the last couple of weeks, we've just been getting so much love and support. I just thank every single person for taking a moment, taking the time to watch the videos and replying on the videos or comments and stuff like that. You guys already know I read and reply to basically everything. So thank you for watching again. It's been your boy Quick. God bless, stay safe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. God bless.